I want to tell you a story. Story, yo. I want to tell you a story. Story, yo. I'm stretching. My back. My neck. My throat chakra. So we are going to do two more. It's Gemini hour. So it's 10 a.m. So we are into Sodom and Gomorrah time. And since we're already into Sodom and Gomorrah time, Gemini hour, which is mutable communication, we are going to speak about this on the patterns of people who heal and how you're supposed to have what you call resilience after the trauma. So since we're already in Sodom and Gomorrah, or what you call the third house, tulianza 6 a.m. Between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. that was Aries or Yahweh. Between 8 a.m. and now 10 a.m. tulikuwa Taurus or Baal or the worship of the Canaanites. So sahi tumeingia Gemini hour. Between 10 and 12 tuko Gemini, which is Mushene, okay, the twins or Sodom and Gomorrah. So since tumeingia masaya Sodom and Gomorrah, tumetoka Taurus or anchoring things down. So we are going to talk about the patterns in people who heal and how to have what you call resilience after the trauma. Tumeongea about trauma, tumeongea about inherited trauma, tumeongea about generational curses. So now we talk about how are you going to have that resilience after the trauma. So the patterns, and let's make it special. Let's talk about 7, because 7 sounds beautiful. So let's talk about the 7 patterns of people, or the 7 patterns. Or as yes pattern, shout out to Duiru. Or as yes pattern, or as yes pattern. So let's talk about the 7 patterns in people who heal and who have that what you call resilience after undergoing their trauma. So let me see. So let's start. No wasting time. So like we have said, there are 7 patterns. So they are not 7, we are making them 7. Sisi ndio tutazifanya 7. Sisi tuko. So sisi ndio tutazifanya zikuwe 7. Or yes pattern. So there are 7 patterns that you can find in people. Let's make them 7. I'm going to count 7. Tutakuwa tunaanza hapa 7. 7 bora. After trauma. So 1. When you are healing for trauma, by default, you start becoming curious about why you do the things you do. For example, a lot of people, bad people who come to me, like a lot of people who do like consultations with me and everything. I had this consultation, and I hope he's watching because he doesn't have to, you don't even know him. So he has a pattern where in this Nairobi city, every day, mark my words, even on Sundays when he's not working, every day, he has to sleep with 3 women. Every day. No longer doing it, we drop the number to twice a week because he's married, but every day, and he's been married for the last 7 years, 3 women. He had to pay for sex, 3 women every day, even on Sunday, for the last 7 years. So when he came up to me, he was almost taking his life. He was like, man, me, I feel so dirty. I feel so worthless. Sijui ni nini. I think I'm cursed. Nimejaribu kuenda kwa Mondomogo. Wamenikula pesa. Nimeitishwa mbuzi. Nimeenda nimezikwa kwa mchanga. Nimekatakatwa. Nimefanyiwa uchawi. It's not ending. So they said, what is the problem? I said, come. Come, child. Come. Let's have a conversation. He's like, sasa, nikikuja utanimwagia mbogo. I'm like, no, come first. Before the mbogo. Mbogo haina shida. We can throw bones. We have bones. Everywhere in my house is bones. We can pull cards. We can do anything. Just come. Let's have a conversation. let's go and have a drink. He's like, niko no, come Charles, let's go and have a drink. Unakunywanga drink gani? Itisha. Let's have a drink. Let's talk. Let's have a drink. Let's talk. And so as we are talking, I asked them, ulisema uko na shida. Shida gani? So this is the problem that I've been having. For the last 7 years, I've been married. And every day I have to pay for sex. 3 women every day. I said, see 3 every day. Sikuna siku ya ukulani kama sani. Akaniambia no. Mi drop bibi kwa church. Nakimbiza gari tao. Naenda kinyumba. Nakula mama. Afu nakuja namchukua tunaenda home. And I'm feeling, I said, brother, you're not filthy. You're not filthy. So I said, one way that you can get out of this, and this is the first one. Tumesema, what is this life about? Tumesema, we are going to make it sababora. 7 patterns. Tumesema ni 7. On people who are healing and how you're supposed to do after the trauma. So first, I said first, you have to understand your habits. You have a habit of doing 3 women every day. So your habit yako haina shida, but you have to understand your habit. Next, it's a pattern. It's every day. That's a repeated pattern every day. Na ni watatu, yeah. And when you're having sex with these women, what do you feel afterwards? He's like, I feel empty. I feel so dirty. I said, wait a minute. So you are coping. So for you, it's a coping mechanism. So you go there because you want to cope for something. And even after you have coped, you are feeling less. So you are reflecting on your own behavior, but you are not understanding your trigger. Kuna trigger mahali. So I told him, we have to start the process of transforming you. So you have to start looking and understanding your trigger. Tell me about your mother. That's where we started. Tell me about your mother. It's like, I didn't grow with my mother. I grew up in a children's home. I said, hold your horses. You grew up in a children's home, yeah. So you lacked, not parental love, but you lacked motherly love, yeah. Hold your horses. Tunaanza hapo. So I want to go into the details on what transpired for him to change. He's still changing. Hajamaliza. Na tusemi atamaliza. Na sisemi he's not going to pay for sex. No. Healing is gradual. Even on the day he dies in his old age, maybe he's even going to die with a woman in bed or something. But he's healing. At least he's doing something. So one of the ways that you can see or you can cope or look at your trauma is when you start becoming curious about what you do. So for him, he was curious. He reached out, he said, man, I don't even know why I do this. So you have to start by becoming curious. What are your patterns? Why are they happening? So you become curious. Mbona saa zote nafungiangwa nyumba? Mbona saa zote nafukuzangwa? Mbona saa zote naachangwa na babona? So you are looking at you are curious. Curiosity killed the cat. Wake up right now. Shout out to that musician. Ni John Legend ama ni nani? Whatever he is. So, number 2. You have to be ready to hear or listen to difficult things about you. Juu, watu wengine walikuwa wanamuita Kadinya. Even when he came to me, aliniambia, you are the first person hujaniita Kadinya. Marafiki wangu watu wananiita Kadinya. Hata kazini najulikana kama Kadinya. He said, you are the first person who's listening to me. So, you have to be ready to hear difficult things about you from people. And you have to be open. Wacha watu wakuambiwe ni malaya. Because that is the only way you are going to heal. So start listening to the people close to you who experience them. Wanasema ya kazi yako ni kugambo. It may be uncomfortable, but that's the truth. You want to heal, start listening. Because what they are doing, they are not defending you. They are also not deflecting. And the moment you stop defending yourself na ukubali hivyo wanakuita wewe ni malaya ni sawa. Usideflect ni sawa. Then you are more likely to heal. Utaanza kuona hiyo ulanye yako, hiyo milayas for milayas shout out to Maribel, ilitoka trauma fulani. Your own parent forced you to go out with dates for men because you used to bring gifts to her. So it's not actually your fault. It was enabled by your parents because your parents never questioned where you got the meat they were eating or the money you gave to you, but walikuwa wanajua uko kazi. So you see, you have to give yourself grace. It's not your fault. Nakwambia, these are generational curses we are living. These are generational traumas. Because as a baby, they should have known better not to parentify you, make you go look for money, na wanakula bila kuquestion. Babako anakula na umetoka umalaya, hatai kujua, hey, my daughter, no agulira gathake gamono na niwe mwari gudari wira campus. So you want to heal, start listening. Watu wanakuita milaya for milaya, listen. Because you want to heal. Stop deflecting that. Don't defend it. But understand that you need to give yourself grace. When you go to the mirror, start looking at yourself like you're something beautiful. Understand, kwenye umefika, it's not you. You're a thief. It's okay, my brother. There's nothing wrong with becoming a thief. Hata Ruto ni mwizi. Na wengine wote ni waizi. It's just that they wanatuibianga na masuti na matai. Wewe ni venye unangojea watu kwa kona, juu hapo ndio uko. You have that uko na roho kama ya panya ya kujificha, kama wewe ni kama mende unajificha kwa kabati na tabia kama hizo. Okay? So when you want to heal, umeitwa mwizi, umeitwa nini, vitu zote recreation purposes, then you need to find a hobby. You need to find something that you are passionate about, a dance, a sport, or something that brings you joy and purpose. Something that gives you joy. Hata kama joy yako inatokanga kupiganisha kuku. Uko na jogoo hapa na ingine hapa unazipiganisha, zinachapana, that's your joy. Because what happens is that you are creating what is called a glimmer moment. A glimmer moment is when we all have glimmer moments, but you have to create them. A glimmer moment is when you're experiencing joy or you feel like you have a purpose or you are enjoying your passion. Inaitangwa glimmer moment. I think I have a video on glimmer moments on YouTube. Ukienda kwa YouTube yangu Jenga na Jenga, my YouTube name, utapata video entitled Glimmer. Ukienda enda YouTube, let me see the title of my video on YouTube, Jenga na Jenga. I think it's Glimmer Moment or something. How to create glimmer moments or something. So when you have a hobby or something that you love doing, something that you're passionate about, something that brings you joy or a purpose, even if that thing includes being with someone somewhere and chilling and maybe getting some or whatever, however it looks like, it's a glimmer moment. And what happens when you're in a glimmer moment is that you create a feeling of being connected to yourself. Every time you're in a glimmer moment, you feel a sense of connection to yourself. And when you're connected to yourself, you're connected to the world around you. And these glimmers, they help you heal trauma. Unaenda unakuta mtu amekaa kwa park, akona kamchele anapea to birds kamchele, to doves anapea to doves kamchele. This is how they show you in the movies. They show that most of the killers are in parks feeding the birds before something happens and take them back into the world. What they don't tell you is that wanakuanga wakituonyesha that person having what is called a glimmer moment, where they are connected to themselves, feeding the birds, the doves. So you are connected to the world around you. So you are healing your trauma by feeding the birds. Unaona, umeenda giraffe center, umepewa hiyo mkebe, you are healing, unapea giraffe hapo, unachukua giraffe inatoa kiulimi unaipea. You are feeling connected to yourself. You are healing your trauma. Let me see the title of that video. Jenga na Jenga. Jenga. Jenga na Jenga. Jenga na Jenga glimmer. Nione kama italeta. Hudhera uge staki hiyo. How to communicate with your ancestors, not that one. Moeri, no. Shout out to the, no. I should start putting more into when you start healing and getting better. Like no, not that one. I can't remember how exactly it's titled. I'm bad at titling videos because you know my videos will be having so much wisdom in one video. I don't even know how to title it. Mtu ende tu watch ataiona. So I think we are at number 3. Tumesema tuseme 7. So let's say number 4. We don't even need to label them, but we are going to get there. So you also have to believe that you can heal no matter what happened. You've been to jail, you've done you think that is the most terrible shit. You haven't done anything. Wacha nikuambia hakuna kitu umefanya. That thing you look at it like is terrible. Ati wewe sijui nimetoa mimba ine, that's nothing. You are still here, meaning you still have a chance. So you have to start believing that you can still heal. Contrary to what is out there in the marketing, on what we call this genetic synthetic paradigm. Okay? The people you're interacting with, the things you do daily, the tools, the things you are watching, the things you are listening to, these things can heal you. No one is stuck in one thing. And this is why we should review. And I'm grateful we're having these conversations, kwa sababu very soon revisit our judicial systems. Hakuna venye tutakubali watu tunaiba kuku na fungu wa 50 years. Those laws were punitive by the colonial masters. Juu walikuwa wanataka wakufunge 50 years ulimie kahawa ya serikali na utengeneze viti for life na ulipwi. It's about time. After the Gen Z, we are revisiting the judicial system. Our judicial system is not reforming, is killing. Kwa sababu tuliendelea na ile kitu tuliachiwa na wazungu. Ndio maana tunavaanga hizo wigs. Okay? No one is beyond repair. No one. As long as you're alive, no one is beyond repair. It doesn't matter whether you killed. No single person is stuck. All of us need to have hope. We need to even get away with locking people for life. People need to start believing they can heal. Because the moment you condemn someone to life in prison, what you are telling them is that they should never believe they can heal. So you have to get away from that marketing, that genetic, synthetic marketing, punitive laws. Because this is what should have happened. The moment the Mzungu left, tungeita all the 42 communities or 47, whatever you call them, wangeitwa wote. Julia Njeke kuja hapa, Adhuria Gikuyu kuja hapa, Bokamba okava, Masai ero, bring your ass ya Kisii, Makuri tugende okava, wote wangekuja wakae chini. Tuwaulize, Kisii mtu akiiba kwenye anafanyangwa nini? Atuambie tuandike. Wewe Mkamba mtu akiimba anafanyangwa nini? Koya kuitoe mundu ana eka kwe sae to ekaona nona tunaandika. Mukikuyu mtu anaibanga yagaragaragiyo na mwatu wake yakwa tunaandika. Na so then out of that we should have created our own laws. But what did we do? We continued with the British nonsense. We continued with their punitive bullshits. And we call ourselves independent. Hizo vitu zote tuna revisit. Everything have to be revisited. This is the new age. Wacha hiyo ya Mutahi Kagwe ati draining the swamp. Sisi ndio tutadrain hiyo swamp. We have the manpower. We have the technology. We can mobilize on internet. We can change these laws. All of them. Huyo Chief Justice huyo mumama. Nileteni huyo mama huyo Chief Justice. Bring her to me. Bring her to me. Let me give her some dick and some wisdom. Let's change all those laws. If that is what it takes. Mwambie Jenga Muthaka alisema changeni pesa. Let me take her on a holiday. Take her on a holiday. Let's just go and chill with her. Give her some dick. Change all the laws. If that is what it takes. You want to heal? You have to start laughing at yourself and your jokes. Start laughing at your situation. Zicheke. Be like the Joker. You see, these things are not hidden. When you look at the story of the Joker, Joker the movie, you know, you guys, you look at the movies, you don't know what the movie is telling you. The Joker is someone who is very disturbed. This man, very disturbed. Chukama mnaona juu ya light. But you have seen, you know about the movie The Joker. I don't have to, you know about this movie, The Joker. Go and watch this movie with wisdom. With wisdom. The Joker is fucked up in the head, but he laughs at his situation. He's blowing cities, but he's laughing. Do you know what that is teaching you? That is teaching you of healing your trauma, whereby you have the ability to be lighthearted. No matter what you have done, you can still paint a face because you know it's not your fault. The Joker turned out the way he was because of the abuse he underwent. These movies are teaching you things. But wewe unaenda kwa kanisa na kitu inakufunza hapa. No matter what you do, have a smile on your face. The moment you have the ability to be light-hearted, to take things lightly, this helps you to build a new perspective beyond your past. No matter what you have, umetoa mimba ngapi, forget about them, laugh about that. Mazee nilikuwa mnoma. Kwanza hako nilikanyonga kakiwa na 4 months, kalikuwa kameanza kukick. But that ability to be light-hearted, making light of that situation, is helping you build a new perspective beyond your past, beyond the suffering that happened. So what happens is that you start greatly building what you call resilience, and that is healing. So if you are healing, laugh at yourself, laugh at your situations, look back into the traumas the parents put you through, but laugh at those situations. Sema mazee, mazee ile life niligrow, we ilikuanga normal, but here we are, you know, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Man, cheers to that. Ching ching, ching ching, cheers to that. And because of that, I'm going to have a glass of wine. Monjiro. Konje. Can you get me a glass of red wine, please? My favorite Hibiscus Royale, because it's on a Tuesday, you know, it's Mass Day, it's all red. I like to have some wine. I like to do some toasting to my healing version. Laugh at your past. Okay? Laugh at your past. And tukutane pale Kikuyu Love Sessions this Saturday. Kikuyu Love Session iko Elysian Gardens. I'll be there with my wine, vending my, you know what I'm saying? So, you are healing. You have to start doing something difficult regularly. Hapa ndio unaisianga umejoin gym na vitu kama hizo. So start going on a walk. Okay? You have had a difficult conversation with your parent or your spouse. Mmekosana. Okay? Go for a walk, maze. Toka, piga raundi. Just put on your best shoes, take your dog kama uko. Just go for a walk. A walk is not easy, but do it pole pole, regularly. Start writing. Buy a book ifiche mahali. Ukisikia umejam, wewe chukua tu kitabu, anza kuandika. It doesn't have to make sense. Just write. Just write. Journaling. Instead of numbing all that pain, andika tu. Andika, write. Write. Get some sleep, lala. Wacha kuscroll. You are healing, you're in so much trauma. Stop scrolling, lala. Wacha watu waseme uli chizi. Eko, usiatida toro demenyeka. Ni arwarire mulimo wa toro. Yes. Yes. When you sleep, the body heals. And remember, where the mind goes, the body goes. So when you sleep, your mind sleep. And when your mind sleeps, your mind heals. You get it? That's one way of healing trauma. Most of you, we lack what you call supportive friends, supportive partners. Utakuwa na habi wako hapo, mpoa wako, but they are not supporting your healing journey. So, they are not supporting. You don't have friends who are healing you in your trauma. You don't have even family who care about you. My own family, my own family don't even watch my content. My father cannot stand me. Hawezi anasemanga ni wewe udokiwe wewe gadi kimenyaga ni kipawa wa hiro gya kwaria gado madharau. My own mom cannot stand my own channel. So you find that you have people who do not support you. But since you are the one who's healing, look for that supportive group. Look for a supportive partner. Your partner is not supportive. Ni partner wako, already you know whatever is binding you and everything. Look for someone who can support you. Friends, family, join our soul group. Si mnyi mlikuwa soul group, mliona watu wakikuja kudestroy soul group. They were so bitter, so sick, so demonic. They came, infiltrated our soul group and fucked it up. Tukaenda digital. Find people who are on the same path that you are. Look for people who you can rely on to listen without judgment. Strangers, unapigia mtu stranger, unabahatisha simu unapigia mtu hello pole kwa kupigia, lakini nataka mtu wa kuongelesha, na sijakupigia ni kukon, nataka tu mtu atanisikiza. Nikupea tu story unisikize na siku kukon, na hata sikujui, nataka tu mtu naweza ongea na. Do that, people will listen without judgment. Whenever you have that, what you call a relationship that is consistent, what it does is that it heals the past attachments to wounding. You are wounded by these attachments, your parents, the people behind you, your aunties, your uncles, they have never supported you. So the moment you start opening yourself to other people, you are healing that wounding, that attachment, because you are creating new type of attachments, replacing the old ones where people never supported you or felt for you. So you are healing by doing that. Tafuta mtu, mpigie simu, halo, ni aje, poa sana. Naweza ongea na wewe tu mazina, usinijudge. Nastaki hata advice, nataka tu mtu ataniongesha. Hata akianza kuambia kiwe hiyo utafanya, mwambie siku nataka advice. I don't want to be advised. I already know what to do. I'm reparenting. Nataka tu nisikize. Nisikize tu. Nisikize tu. Unajua? That's how we do it. Unajua? And we'll keep having these relationships and these conversations, whether the people like them or they don't like them. Because to be really honest, it's not that people don't want to be better. People want to be better. People want it bad. Unasikianga bad. I want you bad. People want it badly. People want to be better badly. But these things are so deep in your psyche, so deep in your nervous system, that you are frozen. You have frozen into becoming better, or you have shut down into becoming, you are shutting down. Shout out to Onyx. Shut him down, shut him down, shut him down, shut him down. Najua Gen Z mjui ni nini. Onyx is a music group, rap. Najua hizo enzi. So a lot of people are frozen. A lot of people have shut down. They want to change really bad. They want it badly. They want new relationships. They want new ways of coping with their relationship. They want new ways of being happy, going out there, building, reparenting, becoming better versions for their children, putting boundaries between their parents and people who don't treat them well and people who treat them like shit, and HRs in companies and everything. But since these things are so deeply rooted in your psyche, in your nervous system, you are frozen. You don't know how to do this thing. Ni sawa. So 30 minutes into Sodom and Gomorrah, what you call Gemini. So we can end the lives for today. Reparenting Tuesday. Reparenting Tuesdays tunafanyanga on Tuesdays, where we take all that energy of Mars, which is what Tuesday is, the god of war, red, Iron Man. Ndio maana Iron Man kwa movie zenyu wanavaanga red, is a day for iron. Chuma ya leo Tuesday inakuanga ni iron. So as a jewelry you should be wearing something that is made of iron, ama mwiba. It's a day for, there's a lot of passion and aggression in the sky. Ndio maana the week starts on a Tuesday. Garbage is collected on a Tuesday. Traffic mingi na kuanga Tuesday. Meeting mingi zinafanyikanga leo. Wale watu waliambiwa wakuje Monday watu wanakuanga na Monday blue, naambiwa sikuje kesho tumalize hiyo vitu. So we take that energy, the mass energy, Aries, red, and we take all that anger that we have on how we have fallen short of the glory of who we should be, our spirit, for all have fallen short of the glory of God, and God is a spirit. For all have fallen short of the spirit, your soul. We take all that anger, and instead of hating, we direct it, aka transmute. The only reason you're in this world is either one, create or transmute. So we transmute all that energy and shine it on the things that we need to heal. That is why we have what you call Reparenting Tuesdays. On other days, kesho tunaongeanga more about money. It's Odin Day, Wednesday, Mercury. So it's a day for communication. We talk about business, we talk about money. Thursday, we go deep into the spiritual world and expand our minds. That is the day I take you to portals, open gates, and na kuacha hapo umeona dunia ingine huku unaona you're like wow you go oh my god I didn't know this. On Friday we talk about Kingfisher panty remover, that is Friday is ruled by Venus, love and appreciation. Then on Saturday we go back to the Sabbath, we wear black, we talk about putting up what you call boundaries. On Sunday we externalize, we talk about ourselves. On Monday, which was yesterday, we talk about our feelings. You get it? Shout out to Jemima augire o milenio heho, and shout out to you for coming through for the live. You're all beautiful, you're amazing. Okay, kuna mtu anasema ati you can't hear any sound. I didn't know I was mute, nilikuwa nafikiria mnanisikia. Can't hear any sound sa. Huyu ni Magna Carta. Amuku niambia amunisikii. Nimeshinda nikijiongelesha. We should walk away from fear men and fear women narrative. Healing equals habits. It's only after watching Rapunzel that I understood how women grew up knowing men have fang cities. Yeah, all those things. Okay. Amuko mnanisikia? Oh, sound is okay. We can hear you. Maybe on this side. Okay, sawa sawa. Sawa sawa. We can hear you. Okay, sawa sawa. Nice, let me see. 9 minutes of questions. Just because it's Wednesday. Sini Sodom and Gomorrah, we can talk. 9 minutes of any question that you have. Then after 9 minutes, I can go. See, I've been sitting here for a long time. See, also I should go and stretch. So nilikuwa hapa from 9:30. Actually 8:30. 8:30 to 10:30. That's 2 hours of pure niceness. Najua. So, if you have any question, 9 minutes, let's talk about it, and then you can move. Wanyakiwajiko, Rayo, Karegi, like the live. Mwangi Maina, shout out to Mwangi Maina, like the live. Simon mtu anajiita Said Mira, beautiful name. Shout out to my beautiful moderator, Gadhoni, all the way from Voi. Big spirit in the house, Mwangi Masharia, Johnny Boro, Johnny Githethwa, Wanyakiwajiko. Okay, follow each other if you're in a space. Let's do like a follow training na kuanga TikTok. Follow each other hapo kwa comments. Let's grow together. Let's thrive together, heal together, do businesses together. Let's create a community. Okay, let's create a community of healed motherfuckers who can build together so that we thrive together. So follow each other because you're not on this channel by default. There's nothing like a coincidence. There's a reason why you are watching me. There's a reason why there are other people with you on the same space. Okay, so follow each other. Okay, yeah. Also similarities between Taoism, Buddhism, and African spirituality. We can go deeper into, if you want us to go deeper into African spirituality, there's nothing like African spirituality. However, if you want us to go on that concept of African spirituality, which is very pure, and going back to what you call a state whereby people were not relying on external versions, rather it was going into nature and learning from nature. We can go back, which is into it most basic, which is beautiful also, but you're not ready for that because your culture has been cultivated from a cult and a lot of things have been changed. Because if you are to go back into that truly deeply, then you find that the mother is the one that is in charge of nurturing and raising the children, and you're not ready for those conversations. When you go into the real Kikuyu language, you'll find that man alikuanga na what you call ikobere yake, and all the women, all his girlfriends, his concubines, and everyone would bring money to him. He'll be the custodian of the money. So if one woman is not doing okay, he'll take that money and help that woman. You're not ready for those conversations. That's the only reason I don't go deep into that, because you are not balanced enough to be whereby you can allow a man, a divine masculine, to be the overall man that is in charge of shit. You are not ready for those conversations. Okay, that's why I don't like even going that, because you are not ready for those conversations. You have so much indoctrination and filtering systems through the movies that you see, the monogamy bullshit from the church. You are not ready for those conversations. But that is truly how it's supposed to be. That is why the Bible says to get to go to heaven, you have to go through man. And it's not man as in the sexual organ. It's man what you call logic or thought. So you can think and say, wait a minute. I like the logic of Jenga na Jenga. I like how he thinks. So I can invest in him and we can invest in this. To get to heaven, to go to heaven, you have to go through man, the logic. But you're not ready for those conversations. But maybe you will be. And then again, it's not for everyone. Najua. We can always agree to disagree. I agree to disagree. And even when I'm saying you're not ready, I'm not specifically saying that it cannot be done because it's being done, because I'm doing it already. I'm just saying that now we have so many small minds also in the space, and you can tell from the comments, the moment you are saying something and people are reporting the page, but whatever you are saying is to help them, but they are busy reporting the page because they do this all the time. Hata hiyo live ingine nimetoka, you saw the hate in the first live. Already someone coming. Instead of looking at the message that I'm speaking about, he's starting telling me that I'm being tribalistic. Umesikia mahali nikiwa tribalistic really. So if those are the kind of people we are speaking to, so do you think they'll be even open to listen to wisdom? That's the only thing that I mean. Okay. It's giving things out really, yet you don't have much trauma. Oh, I should be on the questions. I've been talking, sometimes I talk too much. How do you identify the different patterns of the belief systems that have shaped us? How do we identify the different patterns of the belief systems that have shaped us? The moment you find someone who's claiming to be in religion and they have never read the Quran, or they have never looked into Buddhism, or they have never looked into any other religion system, by default, you know that is someone who's close-minded. So that is someone who's not even into religion because they are close-minded. That's how you know. That's a pattern where you think your religion is the best, none other to be worshipped by that religion. You get what I'm saying? You have to be open-minded. Okay? At what point did you realize you are nirvana? 13 years ago. 13 years ago, but there was a space in between. I ignored it. And then until 8 years ago, when I got ordained as a Kikuyu shaman and everything, but it was not done in the right thing. And then I realized this is not even it. And then now, more so now, this year 8, this year has been, even now, as I'm doing this live, it's extreme. I've realized it's extreme now. Every day, the whole of year 8 since April, it's extreme. It's extreme. In a good way. I love it. It's extreme. It's too many things we can't talk about here. It's extreme. Even now as I'm speaking, I can't stop it. I can't stop it. Okay. It's like I don't have, because to show it to you, I'll have to take you to the movie world to see it, and that is very synthetic. That's all I can say. Okay. A few more minutes I can go. Who are the real chosen one? Is it the 144K? Who choose them? There's no chosen one. You are the chosen one. Say Yan. You are the 13. Wewe. 1 related to your surrounding, which is 3. 13, which becomes the 4, the thought. You are the chosen one. No one chooses anyone. Okay? How do you know that you're to Mejibu is giving things out freely, yet you don't have much trauma? When you're giving too much, when you don't have, it shows that there's a place where you don't have what is called boundaries. So you are being taken advantage of. However, this could also happen if you are life path number 2. Because a life path number 2, the negative side to a life path number 2 is that they are gullible. They are used. So the people around you are using you. You're not giving out things freely. They are using you. So that could mean that. I wanted some wine, but nikumalizia na malizia. So. No, wacha tu nimaliza live. It's okay. So that could be coming out from the trauma of being a life path number 2. So I need to invest in you to go to heaven. Is that it? Oh my God. No, you don't have to invest in me. Invest in yourself. Invest in your thought, okay? My problem with society is not having space for different opinions. Yeah. Actually, don't even call it a society, the problem. Just say that we're in a world where everybody is unique in their own way and original, and you should be helping God experience Himself, Him, not being a He, a masculine, because God is neither He nor she, but experiencing all possibilities, where I should experience all possibilities through you, PYT. God is all possibilities without judgment or feeling any pressure. But then we're in a world where you have to go through some filters. Okay? Freedom of speech should allow freedom to offend. Fire with fire. Sasa unadhani uko mhandi. Sasa unadhani uko mhandi. I'm the most handsome motherfucker right now on this live, and you can't tell me shit or nothing. Okay? I don't even need you to tell me. I know. I look like a god. That's how beautiful I am. Hafsa. And you're also beautiful. So I don't know who made you feel like there are some people who are more beautiful than other people. We are all beautiful or handsome in our own way. You are beautiful. At this particular moment, I'm the most handsome motherfucker on this life. Believe that. Is it wise to leave your placenta in the hospital spiritually? I want to take mine after the birth. Take it. If that is what you feel like, take your placenta home with you. It doesn't have to be right or wrong. Go with the feeling. Go with your feelings. How do you know your life path number? You can Google that. You add your date of birth, your month, and your year. You have to come to one digit. So if it is 15, that is 1 plus 5 will be 6. You can find that easily on Google. I think I have it also on my YouTube page, Jenga na Jenga, somewhere inside the videos. The Fusion Kitchen, this is Kanyari Vibes. Morning. The only morning we do here is good morning. Good morning. We don't mourn like something bad happening. We love morning in the morning. So, good morning to you. Why is it when going to church you always feel the need to repent? Always get your sin because of the spirit that you are following always makes you feel less. And you'll never be less. Sasa, do have a beautiful Mass Day, Tuesday. Each one teach one. Teamwork makes the dream work. Create a beautiful community around you. Jenga talk about life path number 9. Life path number 9 is about wisdom, attaining, completeness, na vitu kama hizo. I'm a life path number 9. So if you're life path number 9, that's beautiful. Find your purpose. You are here either to be a teacher or to come to some wisdom or some side of some way, shape, or form. Sasa, and you are hearing that from a life path number 9. And I have 54 people watching. 5 plus 4 is 9. So I'm ending it now. 5 is a feeling, 4 is a thought. Now I'm at 53. 5 is a feeling about my surroundings, number 3, and it's 8, infinity, a loop. So I'm not going to end it with 8. Though it can be beautiful, can be isajama, or what you call a miracle, or something else. So I can also end it at 8 because it's year 8. Ciao, ciao. Beautiful number 8 on year 8.